Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm old school, but I keep it funky fresh, y'all. And this is deep, y'all. I'm from the deep, y'all. And what you get is what you motherfucking see.
Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is. My name is Jaime, giving you the vents on headlines you didn't know you needed. And with that said, humans, I've got plenty of ingredients for your vent blender. And away we go. So, it's been discredited for a while. Back during the election, it seemed like they wanted to bury it down deep and tell everybody that it was bullshit. But now the laptop has been confirmed. So it's been confirmed. They can't do nothing about it now. It's coming out. It's been confirmed that it's fact. It's been all over the place. It's, it's got interesting info on there. Interesting photos, emails, videos, lots and lots of goodies. And seems like the fan is getting hit with all kinds of crap right now. You know when they say the crap's hitting the fan or the shit's about to hit the fan. It's like the fan's just getting hit anymore. It's like can't even spin. It's getting clogged up. But anyways, I feel like now they're talking about, and then now you see the talk about new variants coming out. And so that's not good. Hopefully that doesn't cause us to get locked down again. So they can do more shady stuff with us, having to stay inside. They want to lock us down again for some reason. I mean, hopefully that stuff ain't real, or hopefully that stuff doesn't happen. Hopefully we can control all that things or be more prepared for such an event that we went through before. So we won't have to go through these things, but it feels like they want to just use it for a reason to lock us down. So we can shut up for a little bit. But we can still stay shit inside. We ain't scared, obviously. I mean, shit. It's getting bananas out there. Especially with this inflation. Inflation's going crazy. Gas is going wild. Gas is going crazy. It's crazy high prices. I mean, shit. You remember the I Legend movie in the beginning where Will Smith is out there with his dog and he's walking by the gas station and the prices were like out of what they are right now. We walked by the movie theater. There was that new Batman movie coming out. We got fucking Robert Pattinson as Batman. Gas is all fucking crazy. Good thing he made it past, the gas prices because he got it for free. But we're not so lucky. The shit costs a lot of money. And and I hear that it's projected to go up another 20% humans this summer. At the time we're going to be wanting to go vacation and do more things is when they're going to want to stress us out even fucking more. And they're going to raise shit that much more. So I would say try to think ahead. Try to think ahead this summer. There's only a couple months away. And, I would say try to plan ahead. I mean, whether it does happen or doesn't happen. But, I mean, it came on the TV. It came on, like, all the Wall Street Journal and all these things. So I think it's bound to happen that inflation is probably going to jump pretty close to that number. And that will suck, and that will be pretty painful. Jeez, like I said, there's no transition, is there? Like I said, they ain't even lubing us up. They ain't taking us on no dinner dates. They're just fucking getting us. Just getting us. Also, during all those times where people, were paying all this high in prices and high inflation, I thought I would share this info. They say all members of Congress got a 21% raise in their pay. How about that one? While we're paying fucking almost $10 for gas. Everybody over there got a raise. Pelosi and all them. They all got a fucking big fat raise. I thought that would feel good to share that with you guys. Just a little, share that little nugget of joy. That little nugget of joy and good news. How'd that one feel, humans? I didn't think that one stunk. That one smelled bad. That one make me do the Biden face, the fart face of Biden. But anyways, humans, recently I got the opportunity on Thursday Thursday night to go be a guest on a podcast called Planet Green Trees. With some individuals. They were really, really fun guys out there, and I had a fun time. It was a little awkward at first because, like I said, I felt a little uncomfortable because they were all lawyers, or there was a lawyer is like the host, and everybody, and it was like a former police officer or police officer, and like all these guys that had something to do with kind of law, and I had a blast at the same time, but it was like every topic. I feel like I got Googled or something before I came there because like every story they had was like my old childhood, like police record when I was a young kid coming up. It was like everything that I got busted for was like their fucking whole topics, and they're like, I walk in and, they're like, hey, what's going on? And I'm like, hey, how's it doing, everybody? All of a sudden they were like, boom, talking about all these things. I'm like, shit, that happened to me. Damn, that happened to me. So I'm like, not really talking at first. And then it felt like, damn, I felt like I had to, and I brought my son with me because I thought it would be cool to go, I'm going to be a guest on the show. And then I was like, man, I'm going to have to apologize to him on the whole ride home. Like, shit, I'm sorry about it. No, I'm just playing, but I was just kidding around. I did have a good time, like I said, but it was a little weird. It did feel like they were bringing up my police records. I don't know why. I mean, it was just way too close. Everything was just really weirdly, it was like awkwardly accurate, everything that they were talking about. But anyways, humans, yeah, I really had a good time, and I appreciate those guys having me on. And like I said, it was a really good time, and I had a blast. So thanks, y'all. Thank y'all out there to plant green trees. All right, man. So lots of humans out there. I've been noticing lately that there have been lots of humans out there working really hard to try to put out some of this kind of crookedness that's been going on out in the world. Like, trying to expose some of this corruption, trying to expose some of that bullshit, basically some of the BS, how they're like the way cancel culture is going back on backlogging of some people's material and going back and saying you said this and did that. People are doing the same thing for some of these politicians out there that are using the same scenario, using the same weapon, as the same media weapon that they're doing as the cancel culture is using. And they're, going after people with it. And I appreciate all these humans out there that are doing all this hard work to expose some of these, crooked people out there. These crooked humans should be exposed to more of these of us humans so we can see all this BS and, stop falling for it. Because like I said, we can't even hike our pants up high enough anymore. And we all can't afford waiters because those things probably went up. All the hunters and preppers are way ahead of us. I would still get ready for that summer thing just in case. Like I said, that could be something. It could be something to look out for. But you want to know, like I say, how many times, I don't know how many times I'm going to bring this up, but I can't believe how crazy this is that the fucking, the laptop is real. Like, the laptop is real, humans. I mean, all that bullshit that everybody, people are getting in trouble for, bringing it up. You're like, oh, you're lying. You're spreading fake news and you're it's a Russia collusion and all this crazy bullshit that was going on in the media. And it come out to really be true. And my thing is, why did the media bury it? Why did they bury it? If they didn't do this, would Mr. 46 here be in the office right now? Or did they want him so bad to be in there because they didn't like Project number 45, Big Trumpy Trump in there so bad that they were going to, cover this up at all costs and try to, smear it in the media so they could get my man in there because they just didn't like him so much. That much. They didn't like the guy that much. And it's pretty wild, and it gets you thinking about that. What lengths they go to, What else would be something that they would cover up, What happened, what really happened? Did they get, Hunter on his way to go get his, safe smoking kit on camera? Somebody went and took his picture? And they were like, oh, shit. The laptop's fucking real. There's, so many distractions they can't do because of all these things popping up in the media. Like, the Kardashian story, wasn't enough for us to, turn away from, the war wasn't enough to turn away from all this bullshit coming out. What's going on here? The media is just, trying to cover things up, and usually, it's just wild how their targets have flipped. They're going after people that are trying to speak the truth on things or against whoever their bosses are. It's starting to expose, really who their bosses are because they're afraid to say the truth on who's doing bad things. Seems like the media, like I said, the media is a whole nother form of government. There's the media. They got the media power and then our government power. And right now it's protecting that guy. And I don't know if it's the paycheck. It's got to be the paycheck. Because that's why nobody says no bad things about Bill Gates' punk ass. Because he gives the media all that big money. Sheesh, Louise. But my thing, like I said, man, they bust the dude. He was on video. This laptop's all shady. He left it somewhere in Delaware or some shit. And what will happen now? Now that it's real, now that these things are going to come out, does the president hold any liability to what the contents of anything on this laptop is? There's leaked audio of this conversation he was having with a hooker or something. And he was pretty much talking like government, real government things that were going on with his father and things like that, who is now our prez. And, I wonder if these are security issues. Are these security issues, and should we be concerned? And if they aren't as bad security issues, but there's still bad things going on here, or it exposes any kind of shadiness when you hear all the allegations of these shady China connections and Ukraine connections and all these things that we don't know are true or not. I mean, you see a lot of things that say they are, and then you hear a lot of stories that say they're not, and you see, there's so many, people are just good at making, stories feel like you could believe either one. So until that comes back out, because look what they did with the laptop. They discredited the shit out of it, came out to be true. So now maybe these could happen, and maybe not. I wonder if a man still asks for cash, even though he's a big time millionaire, when he don't have cash on him. On the books, he's worth that much, but they don't trust him with cash. So when he's doing deals with people hey man, you got a few $100s, a couple $1,000s, so he can go get some dope. I wonder if that still happens. I wonder if that shit does happen. It's sad because, the kid should get some help. That man should. But, when they have these power and these big egos, how can you stop those egos when they're at the highest level of our government, or some of the highest levels that we know of power? But I mean, we know there's higher levels than that. There's those unspeakable, declassified levels that we don't know about. And then people talk about that shit all the time too. In my opinion, I don't really think Biden has a lot of intel or super classified information, because or if he does, I don't think they care, because he probably won't remember it. He'll just forget about it real fast. He just fucking forget about it. So who really knows? They said everything was fucking was bullshit, and then it came out to be real. The laptop was real. The hookers was real. Him smoking crack on all those photos was real. All that bullcrap was real. That's bananas. I mean, if you want to party, I don't care anybody can party if you want to party. You want to live that lifestyle, do you, by all means. Do you, whatever you want to do fucking you. But the fact that the media shut it down, and the media covered it up, tried to bury it, and make us not think it was real, and with possible security issue, with possible security concerns. And that's what I'm talking about for real, humans, the security part of the whole thing. If that man was talking some crazy stuff just to hookers, he be high and cracking, man, my dad's got the government codes and he gave me the backup list. I don't know why I carried it around all the time, but it makes a good cocaine straw. And then the lady's damn, he's got the nuclear codes, he's doing coke with it. And I'm not saying that's what's real. I'm just saying a scenario, this could be some serious security issues going on here. We should be paying attention to this kind of shit. For real. But like I said, man, do you, man. If you're going to party, yeah. But just don't fucking risk our security of our country and shit like that when you just because you want to go party and get your nut on. That's all I'm saying. Be smarter than that, human. If you're going to go party, human, just be smart about it. So people are saying right now that it feels like all these people are doing all these moves and making these invasions and trying to do these big flexes because they feel like maybe we're at a weak point. The Americans are our country's at a weak point right now. And sure, our president might make us appear that way, but I don't believe that our army is that way, or our military force or anything like that, because regardless of that dude losing his mind and looking all bananas, and looking like he's lost on a daily occasions, on a daily basis, I don't think our military would sit here and just lay down just because our leader sucks. I don't think that would happen, humans. And I think those other countries know that shit too. I think they're trying to fuck around, do all this bullshit. He tried to go in there before, did some shit before, the Chimera thing, or however you pronounce that place. And, I'm just saying, I think you guys are just doing a flex, but I think you guys should be careful because it's still our American military and we still do what we do. I don't think we're going to sit here, like I said, leader good or bad, are going to just lay down. I don't think we're just going to lay down. Even if they gave you a stupid game plan, we're not going to do that dumb shit. Oh, really? We're just going to fucking not jump in our planes and fight back? We're going to let these guys fly over? Crazy as hell. No, it ain't. It ain't happening. Those guys will get in there and they will fucking defend our shit. Because we got a good-ass military. The military don't change just because we got a bad leader. They might be, or on paper, they supposedly are the boss or whatever the hell, but I'm saying, they're still our awesome military. Every form, every branch, that we know of, classified and declassified. I mean, they're still the same. And that's all I'm saying. These guys are trying these little flex bullshits. That's just because it's him. It ain't the fucking military, yo. We send our guys over there. It's on, baby. And you guys know it. Everyone knows that. I mean, if you don't, well, I mean, hey, I'm glad here to share it with you, and now you do. Because now you do. So people are thinking this is like a global shift of power, like this is like a global power shift and shit like that, because these guys are all flexing and trying to push on us and shit. But I don't think so. I don't see it doing like, you can't do it. I'm sorry, Putin. It's not going to be you. I almost feel like you fell for the trap. I don't know if you know this, but you know, like history lessons always show when we always go to battle with someone. All the countries that we battle with know this history lesson. But everywhere we went to battle with, we made a permanent base there. We never fucking leave. We keep tabs on that ass. So like if we want to go there and you're going to make us fight and we're going to go, okay, like I said, here comes our fucking military, who is still the same military. Our military isn't Biden. Like Biden isn't out there fucking going to fight for us. You know, Biden, he's the one's going to say, send us over there. And we're going to be like, oh no, he didn't drive no game plan. We're going over here to whip some ass. We all want to come back home. You know, quick and out, boom, boom. And so our military ain't going to just sit back and just let all this shit go down. That's all I mean. So in some other topics, I've seen that Kanye Pete Davidson shit was heating up. I mean, my man wants to see his kids and he don't know what's going down. People saying he's crazy. Some people aren't saying he's crazy. Who knows what's going down? Like I said, the entertainment business is a crazy, dirty game. And then you got these clips that are going around smearing out Pete Davidson. Because there's a lot of clips that show Kanye sounding crazy and strange and weird. And then they say when someone is like has some mental issues that sometimes you can get some little nuggets of truth out of them or a clue of some sort to what's going on in their life. So you got to pay attention sometimes to what they're saying. And so he was having concerns about having Pete Davidson around his kids and stuff like that because he thinks he might be a guy like, you know, in that entertainment realm where you hear those rumors about those guys who are pedophiles, you know, in the Hollywood scene. And you hear about all those crazy, crazy stories. And so there's a clip of Pete Davidson going around. It's everywhere. I mean, he did stand up for a while, you know. He got famous doing the 9/11 joke about his father and things like that. Well, he was on stage doing stand up. And he made a reference to a young child at his friend's house. His young child was teething. And the child sucked on his fingers. And he made a joke about this, saying that that kid sucked on his fingers really good, so he left it there. And then he pulled his fingers out and made a joke something like about how good the kid did that, and if he ever messed with a baby, it would be that baby, even though he's not into babies. Or it was something strange like that, man. It was kind of awkward joke, you know. It was a weird kind of joke, you know. And it was also, you know, the response of the crowd was kind of a little weird too. It was a little bit of laughs, a little bit of oh, you know. And so that was going around right now. It's making its rounds in the media. So they were showing, that's what Kanye was talking about, why he had concerns about the guy around his kids and yada, yada. So there's a lot of crazy things going out there in the media. And I don't understand. Like, I mean, if he is part of those weird groups, like, you hear all these weird, creepy stories. Now, I might go on a weird little conspiratorial, you know, don't know if it's true. It could be true or not. I don't really know. But they're fun to talk about. But I'm about to take a little spin here, humans, and go into the entertainment business. Again, a lot of people say when people reach a high levels of entertainment that there's a compromised situation involved. You hear a lot of leak stories. You hear certain actors coming out and making these confessions about this secret world that we don't really know about in the entertainment business. And I guess it goes very deep, and there's all kinds of levels of this. And so they bring, it comes to the levels of like Satan worship to crazy rituals where they're using children and all these, there's children being sexually abused. There's that Epstein stuff with the sex trafficking. And so it goes down a real bad, you know, dark spiral, a weird, crazy path. And you see, the media doesn't ever, the media doesn't want to touch on something like these, like, and that's why I feel like it bothers me, because I wonder if that holds any truth sometimes, because I don't know if they all are, but there's so much detail in all these stories that come out. There's like so much detail. Even the royal family, like someone vandalized the royal palace recently and wrote pedo castle on there and pedophile castle or something, because there's all kinds of crazy stories that go on and on to big people of power out here. I mean, you just heard Prince Charles paid off that girl that he claims he never knew who he's in pictures with, but he paid her off. That's basically he did what was that accusation. He did have sex with an underage girl if he paid her off. Isn't that what that means? Because if it wasn't true, why would he pay it off? Why wouldn't he want to fight it and get his name cleared? So he'd rather just pay it off and deal with it. So this story goes into the, in the entertainment realm where you hear, like I said, higher levels of your fame or higher levels of your power, the more the compromising happens. So that you hear like someone who passed away recently. His name was Isaac Cappy, exposing all these powerful individuals in the entertainment business, dropping really big names, and have with these crazy, what he claimed were personal experiences. He claims he had these personal experiences with these humans. So it's just something to think about. You never know who's telling the truth. And it's always, you got to pay attention to everything almost, just in case. But it's crazy when you go down those rabbit holes of those entertainment realms because you can get stuck, man, because you don't know what's true and what isn't. Like I said, they do such great detail and such good content from either side of the story. It's just wild. And what I find wild, I've talked about it before, is the weird coincidence with all those symbols. You see the most famous person, the most biggest person you're a fan of, I'm a fan, or people that we're all fans of, doing all those weird symbols. And it's just crazy when you think about that, humans. But you don't know who to trust. Like I said, you don't know who to trust. I definitely don't trust this administration right now. You remember Ronald Reagan, like I said, when they say they want to help you and it's the government saying that stuff, that's you're supposed to be afraid of that. So I would take his word for that. I don't even know if I'm supposed to listen to him because he is a government person, or he was a government person. My question is too, when you're a government person of that level, do you ever not be a government person? Do they always keep tabs on you? Because I hear they keep tabs on certain individuals, but you don't never know if it's every individual. But like I said, I don't trust this administration right now. There's so much shady shit going on. You bring up crazy things. Nobody wants to answer questions. They give you these runaround questions. They're listening to Psaki. They're listening to Pelosi. They're listening to fucking Kamala laughing. Like I said, now they're putting her on the road to, go and speak for us. Who knows what the fuck's going on? But what I do know what's going on is I don't trust this shit. There's so many other things about this administration that I would trust more than this administration. So I got a list here, a couple things. I just made a little quick list of some things that I trust more than the Biden administration. I trust relationship advice from the Kardashians more than the Biden administration right now at this day to day. I trust a white van that sit outside my house with no windows for 4 straight days more than the Biden administration. And I trust a drink from a crazy stranger at a frat boys party more than I trust the Biden administration. And I trust a one-night stand more than the Biden administration. But either way, I think you're fucked. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. And if you did, I would appreciate if you would hit me with a subscription, smash that like button, and turn on those notifications because I'm here twice a week. My name is Jaime, and this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.
I guess